This time, Hercules was not sent to kill a monster. He was sent to face a queen of warriors, a woman who ruled by strength, not mercy. Her power was bound in a single symbol, a girdle blessed by the god of war, and taking it might ignite a war no blade could end. Tell me, would you trust diplomacy or draw your sword? Welcome to Olympus Lore, where ancient myths still choose sides. In Mycenae, King Eurystheus waited behind stone and guards. He did not speak of honor, only obedience. Go to the land of the Amazons, he ordered. Take the girdle of their queen, Hippolyta. Bring it back intact, no matter the cost. And with that command, the 9th labor began. The girdle was not demanded for war or peace. It was desired by Admete, the daughter of King Eurystheus. She wanted the symbol worn by the queen of the Amazons, a gift from Ares, a mark of command. So Hercules was sent, not to save lives, but to satisfy a royal wish. Hercules left Mycenae without triumph, without applause. This road promised no glory, only consequence. For once, his strength felt like a burden, not a weapon. The order was clear, yet its purpose felt hollow. To take a symbol, not defeat an enemy. Hercules wondered if obedience could stain him more than blood. This labor would not test his arms. It would test the man beneath the legend. And that frightened him more than any beast. Follow Olympus Lore and walk beside Hercules as the 9th labor begins. The sea carried Hercules toward a land unlike any he had known. Not a wilderness of beasts, but a kingdom of warriors. Here, strength was not questioned. It was expected. The Amazons did not hide behind walls or husbands. They defended their land with discipline and steel. Every wave carried stories of battles fought and survived. Some tales painted the Amazons as monsters. Others painted them as legends. Hercules listened, but he remembered Thrace. He had learned how lies could shape fear, and how fear could turn power into cruelty. He would not arrive blinded by rumor, nor would he arrive as a conqueror. This labor demanded judgment before force, and patience before steel. For the first time, Hercules prepared for battle without planning to fight. At dawn, Hercules set foot on the shores of Amazon land. The land was silent, too silent. Before he could take another step, figures emerged from every direction. Amazon warriors surrounded him in disciplined formation. A figure stepped forward with calm authority. Queen Hippolyta. The girdle of Ares marked her command. "You stand in Amazon lands," she said. Her voice carried no fear, only control. "Speak your purpose, son of Zeus." Hercules did not come forward as a conqueror, nor did he come as a thief hiding his intent. He stood exposed, surrounded, with nothing but truth to offer. This labor was not born from justice or war. It was born from command, fear, and obligation. Hercules had carried monsters, curses, and blood on his path before. But this time, he carried only honesty. The queen listened without interruption. She heard not just the task, but the burden behind it. Hippolyta recognized that weight. She had ruled warriors long enough to know false courage, and this was not it. What stood before her was not an enemy. It was a man bound by a cruel command. And for the first time, the path to peace remained open. Hippolyta saw no deceit in Hercules' presence. only a warrior bound by duty, not ambition. His restraint spoke louder than any pledge. The queen chose to trust what she saw, not a legend, but the man before her. She ordered the weapons lowered. The circle around Hercules opened. He was no longer treated as an intruder, but as a guest under her protection. Hippolyta invited Hercules to her palace. For a moment, the ninth labor seemed near its end. Hera did not strike with thunder or flame. She struck with doubt. Disguised among the Amazons, her voice was unseen. She whispered of betrayal. She turned Hercules' silence into suspicion. Trust began to fracture. Warriors questioned the queen's mercy. Peace trembled on the edge of collapse. The first blade was drawn in panic. Then another answered. Steel clashed where words had stood. The palace erupted into chaos. Amazon warriors charged to defend their queen. Hercules' companions fought to survive. Hercules stood between them, refusing slaughter. He deflected blows instead of striking to kill. But war does not listen to mercy. Confusion ruled the battlefield. Cries drowned reason. Fate moved faster than intent. In the chaos of battle, fate struck without warning. An arrow flew, wild, unseen, without command. It was not aimed at the queen. Yet it found her. Hippolyta staggered as blood stained her armor. The battle froze as she fell. Hercules caught her before she struck the ground. For a moment, enemies ceased to exist. Only a dying queen and the man who never meant her harm. Her warriors saw the truth in that moment. This was no betrayal, nor conquest. The whispers that had turned them against him were exposed. Hera's deception stood revealed. With her final strength, Hippolyta released the girdle. Hercules received it not in triumph, but in grief and regret. The battlefield fell silent in understanding. The Amazons lowered their weapons in grief. They no longer saw Hercules as an enemy. The girdle was given freely, as the queen had intended. Hercules carried it away, heavier than any chain he had worn. This labor was never about strength or victory. It was about trust, and how easily it can be destroyed. In life, misunderstandings can turn allies into enemies. What would you have done in Hercules' place? Share your thoughts below, and follow Olympus Lore for more legends. But Hercules' trials were far from over. The next labor would demand cunning, not mercy. Across the sea waited a giant of 3 bodies, guarding a herd no man had ever stolen. The 10th labor was about to begin.